In the previous video, we have found out how we can calculate the median for the discrete frequency distribution. And in this video, as you know, it's not possible to get a discrete data every time. So for the continuous frequency distribution, we will use this formula. And this formula, whenever we use it, it's quite difficult for a student to remember it. So I'm going to explain the whole formula, how do we got it, and also the reason behind it, so that you don't have to mug this up. Okay, so as you know that L represents the lower limit, H is the width of the class, F is the frequency of that median class, where N is the total frequency of the entire data divided by 2 minus, here C is the cumulative frequency of greater than type for the preceding class. Okay, I haven't written here the preceding, you just write it so that there is no confusion. Okay, now as you know, in the median class we have to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. So that's why I have written here, because we have arranged the variables in the ascending order. Okay, now this is the class interval, this is the frequency. I have assumed this class interval purposely like this because we want to generalize the whole formula, not we have to make the formula according to one particular sum. Okay, so cumulative frequency of greater than type. As you know, these are the cumulative frequency, and in the preceding videos where we have calculated the cumulative frequency, what is this? This is nothing but only F1, but in case of F2, you have to plus F1 plus F2. Okay, here the cumulative frequency for the second class is equal to the frequency of the first class plus the frequency of the second class, and similarly for the other cumulative frequencies. Okay, now we have assumed that this is the median class. Okay, when this can be the median class, only if the total frequency divided by 2. Whenever you have to calculate this in order to get the median class. So whenever you have this, you have to see in it lies within which cumulative frequency. Okay, so this must lie between the cumulative frequency of the preceding class. What does it mean by preceding class? Preceding class means the cumulative frequency of the previous class. Okay, and this is the median class, so this is the cumulative frequency of this particular class. Preceding class will be Fk minus 1. Okay, so this should lie between the preceding class and the median class. Okay, now moving forward to the diagram, as you can see, we have purposely assumed that all the variables are uniformly distributed. Now what does it mean by uniformly distributed? Uniformly distributed means it's distributed equally. Okay, whenever we have a median class in this particular data, suppose this is the median. Now the number of data over here and number of data over here should be equal. And now, as you can see, in case of cumulative frequency, what do we have to do? We have to make the ogive, right? And in general case, ogive sees like this. But over here, ogive is a straight line. Why it's a straight line? Because we have data which is uniformly distributed over the median class. Over the median class means we have assumed that the data are uniformly distributed only for the median class, and here the median class is xk to xk plus 1. Okay, that's why you can see that OP is the lower limit. Okay, lower limit is what? Xk. Okay, so here P is what? Xk, Q is xk plus 1. Okay, so moving forward to the diagram, we have made this angle to be phi. Now tan phi is equals to Rs by Bs. How is it so? Because we have a formula of tan, the tan is equals to perpendicular by base. So this is the angle, and angle in front of a rectangle is always perpendicular, so Rs by Bs. Okay, similarly for AC by BC. Okay, now how we can calculate Rs? RS is equal to RT minus ST by BS. Similarly, AC is equals to AQ minus CQ. Okay. Now you can see that TS and BP are equal. That's why we have written it, and also for the purpose that we have a formula for RT which is half into N, but we don't have any formula for ST. But since BP, ST and CQ are equal, that's why we have replaced it with BP, because we have the formula for BP. Okay, now putting the formulas over here, you can see that we have got the value for BS. Now you might be confused that FK to FK minus 1, FK minus FK minus 1 is frequency of the median class. You just have to reverse the formula or go back to how we got cumulative frequency of greater than type. Then you will definitely know that how this is equals to frequency of the median class. Okay. Now what is median? Median is nothing but the middlemost value. Okay. So OT is the middlemost value, and we have to find out the value for OT, which is the median. Now you can divide OT with OP plus PT, right? And now PT is nothing but BS, and we have calculated the formula for BS from this particular method. And now put in the formula, you will get this result, and you have to use this particular result in any continuous frequency distribution. So you have this particular example in front of you in order to make your doubts clear. So these are the wages. First thing first you have to do is to see whether the data is arranged in an ascending or a descending order. As you can see, 2000 is less than 3000, 3000 is less than 4000, and so on. So it is arranged in an ascending order. Step number 1 is done. Now this is the number of frequency which is already given over here. What you have to do is you have to calculate the cumulative frequency of greater than type. Okay. In order to calculate that, what you have to do? You have to add the frequency with the next class. Like this 3 will remain like this. Now add 3 with 5, you will get 8. 8 plus 20, you will get 28, and so on. Okay. Now the total frequency is 43. Your third step is to divide it by 2. The total number of frequency divided by 2 is 21.5, which lies over here. Okay. So the cumulative frequency of preceding class is 8, and for the median class it's 28. That's why I have written 8 and 28. Now in this particular diagram, what I have done is I have arranged this class boundary in the horizontal axis, and in the vertical axis I have measured the cumulative frequency of greater than type. Okay, I haven't made the vertical axis, you can make it for your own convenience. Now this O is origin, and I have written very small, just bear with me. Okay, so I have written 2000, 3000, 4000 and 5000. Okay, I have zoomed in this particular class, which is the median class. Okay, this is the median class. Now you can see that I have written the cumulative frequency of greater than type in the vertical axis. Okay, so that's why this is the cumulative frequency of the preceding class, and this is the cumulative frequency of the median class. So now the formula itself, median is what? Lower limit. What is lower limit? Lower limit is OP. Okay, and H is what? H is the width of the class, and width of the class is 5000 minus 4000, which is 1000, divided by frequency of that particular class. Frequency of that particular class is 20, multiplied by n by 2. And what is n by 2? N by 2 is 21.5 minus cumulative frequency of the preceding class. Cumulative frequency of the preceding class is what? BP. Now after calculating, you will get this median class to be 4675, and this 4675 is nothing but OT. Okay, this is the clubbed formula. Okay, I just hope you get this clear. Comment down below your thoughts and doubts if you have. though I've tried it my best to explain everything that I can. Okay, bye bye. I'm signing off now. Thank you so much for watching.